From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast with Scott Sander.
Welcome to the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast. I'm Scott Sander. On this episode,
later this month, November 30th, will be Small Business Saturday, a chance during that busy shopping time to support small business on a big scale. Crimson Tate Modern Quilter is participating. It's a 13-year fixture on Mass Ave. The owner, Heather Givens, has reached worldwide acclaim, and our success story with her innovative new fabric designs.
Looking for ways to save on your energy bills? AES Indiana has you covered. From smart thermostats to home energy assessments, we offer simple solutions to keep your home comfortable and your costs down. AES can help you save money and energy with kits, tips, rebates, and more. Visit aesindiana.com/ways to save to learn more about how we can help you save money. AES Indiana, helping you discover real ways to save.
Every business is unique and has a target audience. If you own or manage a business, Circulus Digital Media can help you connect and grow your customer base with turnkey digital solutions that are nimble, offering best-in-class results, service, and support to reach a bigger customer base, allowing you to pinpoint a specific audience down to the smallest details. Get outside the city, the state, span the globe. Put Circulus Digital Media to work for you. Get started now at circulusdigital.com. That's circulusdigital.com.
I'm Heather Givens. I'm the owner of Crimson Tate Modern Quilter, the fabric store on Mass Ave here in downtown Indianapolis. Well, we just celebrated our 13th birthday, so Crimson Tate now has braces and roller skates. She's 13. We're, in this amazing part of downtown that has really seen a lot of growth and rehabilitation, and so we're just in the upper end across the street from Bottle Works Hotel, which is really a vibrant and beautiful location with a cultural trail, and certainly tons of locally owned businesses. Yeah, like fabric lovers, we are your go-to. So here at Crimson Tate, we specialize in contemporary modern textiles and fabrics. So we have mostly quilting weight cottons, but certainly cotton linens. And so if you're wanting to learn or you're a seasoned veteran at sewing quilts and garments or craft projects, we are a destination for sure. Well, I have a degree from Purdue University, and I have in kindergarten through high school teaching art. It's been a hot minute since I've done that. But while I was teaching and I taught on the West Side, my mom revealed to me that she wanted to learn to quilt, and I thought, I don't want to do that. Like I'm an illustrator, I'm all these other things, and I thought I can't take on one more project. But I'm also a dutiful daughter, and so I took her to a quilting camp for adults where you could learn to quilt. And I just kind of went wild with it. And in my first year of learning, I asked my mentor, as I call her from camp, like, how many quilts do you make in a year? And she's like, depending on, what's going on. If there's a wedding, if there's a baby, a memoriam, maybe 4 or 5 quilts in a year. And in that first year, I was so dedicated to it, I made like 25 quilts. And now, does that mean they're all good? No, and certainly not. But there was something about the process that really works with my creative process. And so then it just took off. I really was interested in recycling materials. So I would make these quilts and then would have all this leftover scrap that I was like, how do I manage all of this? And that's when I started maybe a cottage industry sewing business. And I made something called the Harriet headband, and it went wild in the way. So I was teaching full-time and manufacturing headbands full-time, and then all of that sort of birthed into the opening of the store. I'm totally humbled and honored, like the opportunities for sure that have been given to me. I do design fabric for a fabric manufacturer, and so my drawings and designs are reproduced on quilting weight cottons and then distributed or around the world. We discuss all the time like how the quilt object is innately something treasured and loved, and sometimes what's made for you as a gift doesn't necessarily match your decor, whereas what we've always focused on is designed fabric or fabric that might fit a more contemporary look. Yeah, so each collection really is quite personal to me. And so like I said, as a former art teacher, this collection called Pen Pals really sort of leans into my love of writing and papers and certainly drawing materials and pens. And then of course, like with the pal part of it, that notion or idea of friendship. And that's really what this store is all about. That's really what local business is all about, is creating community and friendship like right here in this destination. Yeah, it's like a big homecoming. It's like a big old hug, like from our community to us, for us to our community. And so on that day, all along Mass Ave, there will be tons of shoppers, and the stores participating open at 9 a.m., oftentimes with maybe some deals, but really on that day, it really is an outpouring of, so what we found here at Crimson Tate is an outpouring of love and like, hey, we support you. We want to shop small and try to keep our dollar bills as local as possible. So what we do here at Crimson Tate, we have, through sheer hard work and creativity, like that's probably one of my proudest parts of being like a part of Crimson Tate, is creating jobs. And then also, certainly we have an amazing crew of super talented staff that are very knowledgeable and have the know-how to help. But also, like, we certainly support local non-for-profits, and we have tons of, people who call upon us. Like just recently, I think a high school is making blankets for Riley, and they need a little support with the fabric, and so we're in a position where we're able to help them not only through the donation of goods, but also through our know-how, because that too, it's a great idea, but somebody needs to be an expert in the field, and that's really what we do here. Well, I'm happy to report that I just finished the 7th and 8th collection of fabric, like designing, and I've got 2 more in the queue. And then of course, there's also more quilt patterns that are to be written and that I'm working on, and the launch of a new one that will come out on Small Business Saturday, which I'm very excited to announce. And then, so we'll just keep doing a little bit more of that, keep opening our doors for classes and opportunities to learn. As an adult, sometimes it's rare to have an opportunity to express yourself creatively and to be in a space that can be like stress relieving. And sewing really, if you can get your machine to work properly, really is a stress-free hobby. Like it's a really way to let out some tension. I think yes, creating jobs is pretty big. Like I never thought that through just my creativity that could happen. And if I have a degree in art, and a lot of times, there's a lot of pushback on, well, what are you going to do with that? Or how are you going to be able to leverage that in such a way? And I would say that I've leveraged it in such a way that at 13 years, we've been able to make something pretty cool that people depend on. And I love that too. I will also say that just individual conversations that I have with customers about how whatever they've made or whatever conversation that just naturally happened in the store impacted them in such a way and influenced them. I'm pretty proud of that, just being a part of the community.
Our thanks again to all the contributors who joined us for this episode of the Business Equity and Opportunities podcast. We hope you found it enlightening, useful, and inspiring. You'll find more information about the show on our website, BEOshow.com. You can watch Business Equity and Opportunities Sunday mornings at 10 on Wish TV or live stream it through wishtv.com. Each week we provide 7 full segments with topics ranging from how to get started and how to access capital to the day-to-day running of your business and questions about accounting and bookkeeping. We feature business news and trends and always share a success story from one of our contributors. Join us next time for more insights into the world of small business. Be sure to sign up for our Business Equity and Opportunities newsletter to get even more valuable, up-to-date information. And if you have any questions or you'd like to be part of our show, please email us. The address is beo@wishtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Scott Sander. Thanks for listening.
Watch the Business Equity and Opportunity Show on Wish TV and access all of our content and share it on demand anytime at BEOshow.com. You can find more podcasts from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.